According to Yonha news agency, South Korea's Chief of General Staff said, North Korea fired the satellite, which it claimed was a military surveillance satellite, towards the south. South Korea's military offered no other details about the launch, including whether North Korea successfully placed the satellite into orbit in its third attempt this year, following failed launches in May and August after the rocket was launched at around 22.55. Speaking to reporters at his office in Tokyo just before midnight, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida condemned launch in the strongest possible terms and called it a serious situation concerning safety of our nation's citizens. Even though it was called a satellite, it used ballistic missile technology. He said, "This is a clear violation of United Nations Security Council resolutions. Pyongyang is banned from launching ballistic missiles under United Nations Security Council resolutions, but has said in the past that those measures do not cover its so-called civilian space program." Prime Minister Fumio Kishida speaks to reporters about North Korea's rocket launch at the Prime Minister's office in Tokyo late Tuesday. Kyodo Matsuno called launch an extremely problematic action in terms ensuring the safety of aircraft and ships, as well as residents, but said government had not received any reports damage. The launch comes ahead of a window announced earlier Tuesday to take place between Wednesday and Dec. 1, during which Pyongyang ignored warnings from Tokyo and Seoul not to proceed with the move. It was not immediately clear why North carried out the launch earlier, but rain and cloudy weather was expected in parts of isolated country on Wednesday. Tokyo had taken countermeasures in preparation for a possible hit by rockets or debris, sending PAC-3 land-based missile defense batteries to Okinawa's Miyako, Ishigaki and Yonaguni islands, while also deploying Maritime Self-Defense Force Aegis destroyers. A PAC-3 land-based missile defense battery was deployed at the Air Self-Defense Force base on Okinawa Prefecture's Miyako Island late Tuesday. KYODO The North has attempted to launch 6 satellites since 1998. Only 2 appear to have been successfully placed into orbit, the last in 2016. On Monday, South Korea also demanded that the North immediately halt launch preparations, suggesting Seoul could suspend the Inter-Korean Peace Treaty and restart frontline air surveillance. In retaliation, separately on Monday, nuclear-powered USS Carl Vinson aircraft carrier arrived at South Korean naval base in Port City, Busan in a show of Allied force ahead launch. South Korea said arrival of Vinson, third aircraft carrier to visit country this year, showed Washington and Seoul's determination in responding to North Korea's advancing nuclear and missile threats. The latest launch came after a period of relative quiet, but the country continued to level harsh criticism at the growing trilateral security ties of